Hey, welcome back to the channel. We've actually got a little bit of different, kind of a, not a home improvement, but kind of a maintenance project on how to maintain your snowblower. So I've actually had this snowblower since 2000. I think it was the winter of 2000 when I purchased this thing for about 500 bucks. I do nothing to it. Maybe once or twice a year, I kind of clean it up. I'll put in some stabilizer just to kind of keep, because it doesn't run very often, and especially here for the last, I don't know, 15 years. I may get it out once or twice a year, but it is really a godsend if we do have snow. But one of the things that, and this right here is a Snapper SX5200. I'm sure they probably make something still similar to it. But one of the things that kind of happens, and I've only done this a couple times, is that over the years, these kind of rubber blades here, will just get worn down. And it's not too bad, but it's getting to the point where this lip's supposed to be pretty thick. And so what it'll happen is when you engage it, it won't pull. It won't grab the snow and move where you're going, because a part of this is also how it is using its kind of self-propelledness. And so what I'm going to do is, it's really cheap. I went out on Amazon and I bought just some of these rubber parts. They were like $30 for the set. I did go at one point and got some at a local hardware store, but for some reason, I don't know whether it was a kid or what, but they didn't sell me these inners, these two right here. And I would think that would have been a big part of this. So I went and I've got all of these. They're in with a 9mm kind of a self-tapping screw. And so what I'm gonna do is, heck, I'll use any kind of time I can get some air tools out. I've got them all, but I don't use them very often. I'm just going to take the air tool and pull all of these off, and then we'll put our new ones back on. So I'm going to say that's definitely overkill, but and you could have done it just as easy with a 9mm socket. You could have just easily taken care of that. Half dozen one, 6 the other, but I like kind of playing around with that, so that's why I did it. So we're just going to take and open up. I'm going to go ahead and open up. And let's just take a look at the comparison. So this is a new one. And that's the old one. So significant amount of surface that has come off of that. So we're gonna put all of these back in. That actually looks a little wider. So pretty interesting. I may have to trim that down. I don't know. I think probably the best thing to do is just wedge it in there. Let's check. So this is kind of interesting as well. Not all of the pieces have screw holes in them. And heck, it doesn't even look like. And we may be able to, because it does look like that one kind of wraps around. But I think what I'm going to have to do is set this in and then look to find out where the holes are at. The holes are punched in there, because it doesn't look like that's the same set. Or it could be a newer SX5200. So So I'm just going to kind of put these back in and let's see what we can make happen. So here's a project, while we're waiting for that to dry, here's a project that we started a few weeks back, and that was changing these blades out on this Snapper SS5200, and we ended up replacing the top two, but we had to really do some work on them to get it fixed. And then we come to find out that everything that we bought off of Amazon was not right. So, I already modified those. I couldn't send them back. That was 29 bucks. I just went to the local Snapper dealer here and just purchased the right ones. Took a couple weeks, or took a week to get in. So I'm just gonna go ahead and replace them. All it is just, these are all the same. So I haven't even pulled them out of the bag yet. But I know if I open these up, they just match the way they need to match. So we'll just go ahead and put them in. Okay, now I've got a little scary part. I'm not finding any of the screws for this other side. Does anybody remember where I put them at? I probably put them someplace. But now I don't remember where they're at. Great. Have to stop the project again to order some screws. It seems like I would put them someplace where I would remember them. There they are. I don't think maybe I was going to wait that long before they came in, but it's a good thing that I probably should have labeled them or did something, but let's go ahead and let's get the rest of this in. Well, there we go. All of those are in. Didn't take long. Had to kind of force some of those in a little bit, but not too bad. So that should last another 7 years. I do not believe that I will be using this in 7 years. Maybe, it depends upon where we end up living at. But hopefully it's someplace with no snow. So I'm going to clean this all up, and we're set for this episode. Go ahead and subscribe if you like the content. Hit the thumbs up and turn on your post notifications for all the episodes of the Bucket List Project.